Hello and welcome to another ISD Draft. Let's join it here. Alright, our event is starting here and we have an interesting option here for first pick. I'm not sure how good Tree of Redemption is, but my guess is not as good as some of the other options we have here. I mean, it actually boils down to Guy Sketch's Rig versus Brimstone Valley versus Stitcher Drake and Unburial Rights. I think those are the four best options here in this case. I'm not sure which is the absolute best here, but I think I am taking a Stitcher Drake here because I do like blue black, and I mean maybe I could take a rig just to stay colorless for pick one, but I'm not sure if that's entirely the best option here. I mean, I think the best card here is Brimstone Valley. You know what? I'm gonna take the Valley. I think it is the best card overall, and I can also splash it if I really need to. Alright, and for pick two, we could take a Stitcher Drake, which is the best card here in this pack, I would say. Or we could take Harvest Spire and stay on color, but I don't think that's really worth it. Could take what a Vampire Interloper to try and make a aggressive black-red deck. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take a Drake here because it's overall the best card, and well, I do like the Interloper, but I think the Drake is enough better that I'm just willing to take it here. Alright, this is a pack. We have Forbidden Alchemy, we have Travel Prep, we have Silent Departure, Chapelgeist, Reckless Wave. I think at this point I am more inclined to play a blue-black deck splashing the Brimstone Valley. Sadly, I cannot take a Travel Prep here because, you know, it's a white-green card and I have blue and red cards here in my pool already. I think I'm taking the Alchemy. Not sure if it's better than Silent Departure, but it can certainly help the Drake. I mean, I could take a Departure, right? No, I think I'm taking the Alchemy. I think it fits better with my game plan of playing Stitcher Drakes. Oh man. Alright, here I think I have no option other than the Avassinian Priest. I mean, we do have some, one playable red card. For the Bidden, no, I'm not taking that at this point. Orchard Spirit is playable. But Avassinian Priest is the only card here that is flat out really good. So that's what I'm gonna take here. Alright, and we get no white cards here. Our options here would be Curse of the Bloody Tomb, Abattoir Ghoul, maybe Ambush Viper, Villagers of Eastwall. I think I'm taking the Abattoir Ghoul because having a Stitcher Drake and Forbidden Alchemy, I really want to be blue-black. And Abattoir Ghoul is a very acceptable card. It can clog out the ground really nicely with its first strike, and the life gain is not the worst here. I mean, it's actually good if we are defending ourselves against creature swarm decks. Alright, this is a very nice one. Deranged Assistant fits well with our Stitcher Drake plan, and fits well overall with blue black. We do have Typhoid Rats, which I would like to get back. It's a nice little ground clogger there. But yes, let's take the Assistant. Alright, I think I'm taking a Ghoul Razor here, since, you know, blue and black tend to have lots of good zombies. Our other options here would be like Frightful Delusion and Village Cannibals, and I mean Grizzled Outcasts, but we are not green at this point. So yeah, let's take the Gore Razor. Maybe we are not playing this Avacinian Priest. Alright, here we get pretty much nothing, but I am taking a Brain Weevil. Brain Weevil, like, is not the best card ever or anything, but it does provide me with a way to get a creature card in my graveyard, and also to feed cards like Morkrot Banshee, Morbid cards. Yes, Selhoff Occultist is a good one too. We do have Manoskeleton and Harvest Spire, but neither of those at this point we want as much as the Occultist. And here we will get a Harvest Spire. It's a pretty good card in a deck with Assistants and Forbidden Alchemies and Occultists. And we are likely already splashing red here for a Brimstone Valley. So let's take that. Alright, Gore Razor number 2 getting there. Altar's Reap is not the worst. Don't think I will end up playing it in this deck, but... And we can take a Night Terrors here. It's a fine sideboard option. Sure, Traitor's Blood. Alright, pack 1 was acceptable here, I guess. Our best color at this point is blue, with Drakes and Occultists and Alchemy and Assistant. We do have a nice red splash here that may come in handy. Probably not playing white though. Oh, never mind that. I think we are playing white. That's a Geist of Saint Draft in a pretty packed booster here. Like, we have a Grasp of Phantoms, Forbidden Alchemy, Bonds of Faith, Stitcher Drake, Deadweight. Hopefully something will wheel here, although I do not think it will. I mean, I'm taking the Saint Draft here. So that probably means that we are not playing black. We are playing blue, white, splashing red at this point. Probably. We shall see. Ooh, I love this card. Cackling Counterpart. I think it's a lot better than Banshee, and still better than Juggernaut in this deck, I would say. Especially, yeah, like, we cannot Cackling Counterpart our Saint Draft, sadly, but we can counterpart, like, the Angel token, right? That would be cute. So yeah, I'm taking that. Our other options here are Juggernaut, Banshee, Gore Razor, Abbey Griffin, I suppose. Not taking a green card here because, you know, I'm not green. It's about the only color that I'm not at this point. So yes, I'm taking the counterpart. I do like it a lot. Another excellent option here in Civilized Scholar. We could also take a Battleground Geist, but I think the Scholar is way better. Battleground Geist would make our Geist of Saint Draft hit harder here, but yeah, it's not something that we really need. At this point, cards I would like to see are like Bonds of Faith and stuff like that. But yes, let's take the Civilized Scholar here. Yes, Sensory Deprivation seems like a good pick, but as long as we're white, Chapelgeist should come in pretty handy. And yes, let's take that. So yeah, I suppose at this point we are not black, right? Sad, but what can we do? Alright. We could take here Selhoff Occultist, number 2, but I think we are taking the Sulphur Falls, actually. Because, like, Selhoff Occultist is good and all, but... Costard. Look at our curve here. But what I want to say here is we are counting on red for removal at this point, and this fits nicely with that plan. Blue-red, right? Yes, so let's take the Sulphur Falls. Rune Chanter Spike and Desperate Ravens are both pretty good, but I think we are taking the Deranged Assistant here. Could take a Silver Chase Fox too. I think you can get one of those later. Yeah, getting their assistant helps fill out our graveyard. Our options here are Silver Inlaid Dagger and Lost in the Mist, I suppose. Suppose Lost in the Mist is good enough in this deck. I mean, we do not. I mean, we do have a flyer, 2 flyers. I mean, certainly this Silver Inlaid Dagger would not be the worst here in this deck, but I don't know. I suppose I will take a Lost in the Mist here. Nah, you know what? I think you can get a Lost in the Mist later. Let's take a Silver Inlaid Dagger. Stitcher's Apprentice is pretty good, especially if we get some white cards that like the Thraben Sentry and like the guys that die and put tokens onto the battlefield are pretty good with this guy. So yes, let's take an Apprentice here. Forbidden Alchemy number 2, huh? Suppose I do want to splash black for my Forbidden Alchemy. Suppose if I get a Isolated Chapel here, the white-black dual land, that would be really good. But yeah, at this point, let's take the Forbidden Alchemy. Oh man, nothing here. Let's take the Pure Bloods. Hopefully we're not playing those guys. Intangible Virtue, sure, but we are not playing that. Ooh, Shimmering Grotto is actually good here for us. I mean, I don't like the card all that much, but since we are splashing a million colors here, that could work. Alright, getting there goes Squatter. And a Foil Swamp, sure. Alright, we do need some good stuff here to be able to call this a deck. But, well, I think we have a shot. We do have bombs, like Geist of Saint Draft, and even Cackling Counterpart is nearly a bomb, I would say. And Storm Guide certainly qualifies. What else do we have here? We have an Abbey Griffin and a Moon Heron. This isn't a very good pack for us, but hopefully we will get like an Abbey Griffin back, because people will take Rakish Hair, Pitchburn Devils, Geist Flame, and Ever Since Pilgrim. Well, we can hope. Let's see. Alright. Man, this is the pack for green-white decks, right? But yes, I am taking what here? Probably a Crab. It fills out our curve. I mean, as much as I loathe having to take a Crab as a second pick, I think it's actually correct to do so here. Can get Feeling of Dread back, I suppose. And Crab clogs up the ground. We do not have a 4-mana guy here at this point, so yes, let's take the Crab. Alright, we do have a Deadweight here. But I don't think that's what we are taking. We are actually taking a Smite the Monsters here, which is removal in our colors. And hopefully getting back an Unruly Mob. I don't suppose we are, but we can hope. Alright, Mausoleum Guard is exactly the kind of card that we want to see here. And it's even foil. It's good with the Stitcher's Apprentice, and it's overall a good card. We have nothing else here. I mean, I would not mind a Spectral Flight here, because we do have a Geist of Saint Draft. But yes, let's take the Mausoleum Guard. Elder Cathars should be good, I suppose. But is it better than a Sensory Deprivation? At this point, I don't think we are getting any claustrophobias or any Bonds of Faith here, so we might need this removal spell here. Let's hide this Pure Blood. We do have what? Smite the Monstrous, Brimstone Valley, Harvest Spire as removal options. What else? Nothing else, I guess. Avacinian Priest, I suppose. So yeah, we could take Sensory Deprivation, but I think Elder Cathar might be better. This guy's a human, right? Yeah. We do have some humans here. I mean, not really, right? Ooh. Oh boy. my time was ending here, so I snap picked a village bell ringer. That's pretty bad. That's sad. We could take a traveler's amulet to splash our red thingies here, but I think maybe taking a fortress crab is better. Man, I'm sad about this pick here, but what can we do? Alright, let's take what here? Maybe a crab. Yeah, whatever. Let's take a crab. It's nice that we have more creatures for the Stitcher Drake here at this point. Alright, here we got nothing. We could take a Scarecrow, I think is the best pick here. So yeah, that's what we are going to take. Ooh, I do like Demomir Holbrook here, because we do have Mausoleum Guard, but most importantly, we do have Geist of Saint Draft. Imagine like attaching a Demomir Holbrook to this guy. He would be a 6/4 hexproof creature that puts a 4/4 White Angel token onto the battlefield. Yeah, that is good enough, I suppose. Purify the Grave is certainly a good sideboard card and better than everything else here. So let's take that. Another Village Bell Ringer, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that, but oh well. Let's take the Bell Ringer number 2 here. We have nothing here, so might as well take the rare, I suppose. Not that we are playing that, but alright, Corpse Lunge. At this point, our deck is kind of complete here. So let's see what we can make out of this bunch of cards here. So this is what I have so far. I mean, we do have some good cards in here, but there are certainly some stinkers here. Some filler like Village Bell Ringer and One Night Scarecrow. But oh well. I don't think there's anything here that should make the cut over those cards. I mean, maybe a second Fortress Crab is better than a second Village Bell Ringer, I suppose. Let's see by mana cost here. Yes, especially because we do have a lot of stuff in our 3 mana department here. So our plan here is to actually play defensive guys and beat them up with like Sturmgeists and flyers like the Drake and the Geist here. And yes, I think we are bringing those in here. Let's see what he suggests for our mana base. That is certainly not happening. I mean, am I even playing a mountain here? I suppose I am. I mean, I suppose I'm not. I do have 2 sources here, 2 red sources in Shimmering Grotto and Sulphur Falls. And our red cards aren't even like very expensive, which means that the drawback in Shimmering Grotto isn't that big. The drawback of having to pay 1 more mana. Let's see. 8/6 maybe. We do have a Chapel guys here. Or maybe, since we do have another island here in the form of Sulphur Falls, we could end up playing 1 mountain. Right? Yeah, that is not the best mana base I've ever seen. I mean, we are still short 1 land here, so we could add like a swamp, I suppose, for the Forbidden Alchemies. Or do we just count on Shimmering Grotto to get there and just assume that we will have to pay 8 mana to flashback Forbidden Alchemy? I'm not sure. Maybe we should play a swamp, who knows? Or maybe we should just play another island. Let's see by color. Yeah, we do have a lot more islands. I mean, we do have double the ranged assistant, which means that paying 8 for the flashback in Forbidden Alchemy is not that big a deal. So yeah, I suppose we should add 1 more island here. Right? Yeah, I suppose that's correct. So yeah, let's see how this deck fares.